What's going on, guys? Today I am here to talk about Kid Cudi's new podcast that he's coming out with. He has been teasing this for a little while now, and it is finally going to come to fruition. I believe the first episode will come out this Wednesday, and this was something I was very interested in just because Cudi has always been someone who was more tapped in with his audience than other artists. You see him all over social media, replying to tweets, talking to people, and actually interacting with his fans on that more personal level. And so I thought this was sort of in line with just his inherent openness with his fans and was sort of another avenue for him to do that. And so when I heard about this a little while ago, I was pretty excited for it. And then with this first episode, my excitement is dying down a little bit. And the reason that would be is the very first guest who he has decided to have on, which is Kylie Jenner. And the reason I am a little disappointed by this is just, in general, of as far as people I'd like to see Cudi talk to, I don't know if there's a single sentence Kylie Jenner could provide that I'd be like, man, I'm glad she showed up to this, because no dig at her, but it's Kylie Jenner. Has she ever been known for the words she says or the thoughts that she has? No. And in this specific podcast, the whole thing is supposed to be like, Kid Cudi is like a big brother persona, and these are like older siblings to help give you like a little bit of like life advice and guidance from their journey. And the exact little blurb from the Hollywood Reporter is transform into big bro Scott to offer the kind of perspective that one could expect from an older sibling as he interviews friends, collaborators, rising artists, and legendary figures. Kylie Jenner makes only her second ever podcast appearance for the premiere episode of the project that encourages visitors to discuss the sparks, shifts, and stories that stand out from their path. And inherently, I'm like, okay, so Kylie Jenner is a horrible person for this type of setting. I mean, she's a legendary figure, I guess. You could for sure say that. But what about Kylie Jenner's path do we not know about? What about her path would be relatable to anybody? And overall, what is Kylie like? Does anyone want to know what Kylie Jenner has to say or think? Once again, not a dig. I don't think she's ever really been in a space where that has been what she's been providing. But it's truly, did he think this was going to be a good guest? I guess we still have to watch it. Maybe I'm going to, listen/watch it. And just to, I love Cudi. I love to support him. And I do think that the guest specifically is the big issue. So I'm hoping that he has on much more interesting people, or people whose stories would actually provide some sense of value to the listener. I don't think everyone knows how Kylie Jenner got famous. Like, everyone knows her story in her belly. What random little excerpt is she going to drop on us that I'm going to be like, oh my God, Kylie, you worked so hard to navigate through that. You weren't just born into this, legendary family and able to kind of just continue riding those coattails. And I granted, she's carved out like her own thing for herself. I'm not going to deny her that. But overall, like, what has she done that is like, oh, well, if Kylie hadn't done it, good thing she worked so hard. Like, and I'm not even trying to say she doesn't work hard at all, but let's be real. Like, it doesn't matter how hard she works. It was already done for her at that point. Like, she maybe put a little bit more gas on the, towards it, but overall, that was a pre-laid out career from her family, from the general Kardashian Jenner, estate. So it's like, once again, I just don't see where Kylie Jenner is going to be able to provide any type of useful knowledge drop, stories, excerpts. I really think this is going to be kind of hard to listen to, this first episode. And the reason I'm even talking about it, because if it's just a random episode, okay, whatever. What's your first episode, man? This is the one people are really, really gonna judge whether they're gonna continue to watch, most likely. And do you really think this is the person that's good to capture the broadest audience possible? Because I'm sure there are Kylie Jenner fans, but are they your fans? I feel like that's not necessarily a big section of a Venn diagram. Not that it's not. I mean, you're a big enough and widely enough listened to person that I'm sure there is some crossover, but it's not like, oh, if you're a Kylie Jenner fan, you definitely listen to Cudi. Like, it's not that level of like for sure. So once again, I just don't understand why he would choose to have her as the first guest. Like I said, like even third or fourth or something would have just been way better to just establish a good vibe and what to generally expect from these episodes going forward. I hope this one isn't too bad. Like I have very low expectations. Like I know I said I don't dislike Kylie Jenner that much, and although I was kind of dunking on her quite a bit, but I mean, like let's be real. Like what has she done that would go against what I've said? What has she done that would be like, oh no, actually she has a lot of really like unique insight and valuable words of wisdom. She hasn't. Once again, it's not her fault either. Like it's not like, what do you mean you did? Like, hey, you lucked out. Like that's not your fault, and I don't blame you for taking advantage. But to have her as your first guest for this type of podcast, where that's the vibe that is being described for what to expect, I just don't think that that's the best move. Let me know what you guys think. Is this even something you're looking forward to? I know it can be really hit or miss with artists when they speak their mind, and sometimes it can just not go over well, either with their fans or just like, especially in this podcast type thing. Let's be real. He's going to end up saying something that gets clipped and shared and taken out of context, or maybe provided with context, and it's just going to probably end up not making him look too good or make him sound like he's hating. And that's just the way the internet likes to, alter narratives or whatever they do. So like, let me know, is this something any of you guys are looking forward to? Do you guys agree with me? Is this like a dumb first guest, or am I completely out of pocket? And actually, Kylie Jenner is such an influential figure in our society, and not to say like within the pop culture, she's not. Like that's why I say she is a legendary figure in that respect. But still, like overall, like I think even for someone like that, you could have gone a different route of someone who's actually got like, trials and tribulations that are like real problems and real issues that they've had to face. Not like and I know it's a different person, but when Kendall Jenner got like busted for the Pepsi thing, like was that something she went through that was stressful? Yes. Is that a real world issue? No. So it's like, what is she going to potentially have? But once again, thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you later.